Advanced scamming techniques narcissists use to manipulate you. Narcissists learn from young how to manipulate people. By the time they reach adulthood, they have had hundreds or even thousands of victims they've had an opportunity to hone their manipulation skills on. As people are all vulnerable to most of the same manipulation tactics, it can often seem as if a narcissist uses a secret playbook. Scammers have little empathy and compassion for you and often have narcissistic tendencies. More advanced scammers and narcissists use the following tactics to get to you. Done correctly, these tactics have been successfully used to convince United States troops to commit treason during the Korean War, get normal people picked off the street to agree that it is right to torture others with electric shocks, with them willingly participating and administering the shocks, also to convince people to commit suicide and help people like Bernie Madoff to steal billions of dollars. Knowing what these tactics are can help you spot scammers as well as narcissists who may want to con you into a love trap or otherwise take your money. Although there are many other methods employed by narcissists and scammers as well, you're bound to find one or more of these techniques. The more sophisticated the scammer or narcissist is, the more likely you are to find all of these tactics. If a person uses one of these, it does not immediately make them a scammer or a narcissist, but it should put you on alert and block off your emotions so you can think logically. For the main manipulation tactic often employed is to get you to make decisions emotionally rather than with facts and logic. The yes set. Apart from narcissists and scammers, the yes set is often used by sales scripts and telemarketing. The person tries to start the conversation with a question you almost certainly will answer yes to. From there, they try to get you to say as many times yes as possible. The questions are often seemingly innocent. For a scammer, it can be, do you know Warren Buffett or Bill Gates? For a narcissist, it can be, do you dance? Although there may be a question afterwards that is not a yes or no question, they will soon ask more yes or no questions. Research found that when we say yes 7 to 8 times to something related to the topic, you are almost guaranteed to say yes later on the main topic. With a scammer, they may keep on asking you questions on Warren Buffett, such as do you know he's rich? Would you like to have some of the money he has? Do you think he knows more than you about investing? For a narcissist, it may be would you like to learn cool dance moves? That is if you said yes to dancing. Then followed by would you like a private lesson? And before you know it, you and the narcissist are in each other's arms on the dance floor. Or they may just play a game where they guess something about you and you say yes or no. It does not matter what the questions are. What matters is that you say yes. Because your brain records that you are constantly saying yes to whatever this person says or asks. After a few small yeses, they will often push for a bigger yes. Once they got you to say one big yes, your barriers go down and it is easier for them to get you to keep agreeing with them. 2 days later, you are dating, and a month later, the narcissist moves in with you. Scarcity principle. The scarcity principle is a well-known sales and manipulation tactic where the value of an item is artificially inflated by the perceived scarcity of an item. You are more motivated by what you may lose than what you may gain. This is a fear of losing out, or FOMO. Some initial value would normally already have been established before this is used. A scammer may tell you the price of all the items, then say, but if you buy now, you can get it for half price. A narcissist may have already impressed you with wild stories of their adventures, then tell you that they need to leave or are not long in town, but you can't go back to their hotel room. What to look for is the time pressure. You are often pushed to act now, and if you do not, then you are going to lose everything. For the scammer, if you do not buy the item now, not only will you lose the 50% discount, but the items will be sold out tomorrow. For the narcissist, if you do not hook up with them now, then the narcissist is not interested in seeing you again. The narcissist will often employ this after they made you believe they are high status in some way, normally by lying through their teeth about how rich they are and all the wonderful things they have done. They will often also flatter you and use one of the other tactics to make you believe you got the catch of your dreams. They would also normally have gained some knowledge from you and listen to what you say between the lines. We often have two maps of what kind of person we want. The person we want deep down, and the kind of person we tell others we want. Narcissists are very good at figuring out what we really want. Then they present that to you. You may say to yourself, this is not the person of my dreams I tell everyone I want, but I'm so attracted to them. You just don't know they are presenting to you what you subconsciously want and then telling you that if you don't act now, you will lose it. As you normally would have gone for the person you consciously think you want, your subconscious will push your emotions and you will often find yourself making decisions you would never have done to keep them. This tactic is sometimes used in relationships where the narcissist threatens to leave you. This is often over seemingly small things. If you do not agree to something, you will lose them entirely. As the value has already been established with you being in a relationship with them, you are often willing to let many things slide to keep them. According to you, it is the lesser of two evils. Put up with one thing now, or have a relationship fail and having to deal with all the problems that comes with that. But the problem is that there will always be another thing you need to let slide, and another, and another. In the end, it will cost you more than just calling it quits in the beginning. When someone threatens to leave you over something small, they may not love you as much as you think they do. Comparative scarcity principle. This is a step up from a previous tactic. The only thing we fear more than losing out is for someone else to get what we just lost. This is often used by shops where there is a special for only a day or so and the stock is limited. People trample over each other to buy stuff they would not normally buy. Scammers may say that only the first 100 people will get this deal, and if you don't take the deal now, it will go to the next person they call. A narcissist may see you are not interested in hooking up for the night, then start to look around the bar and flirt with someone else. Or they may look at their phone and smile. When you ask what the text is about, they may say it is their ex or someone else who they met earlier who asked them to come over. Basically, anything to make it clear to you that they are in demand, and if you do not take them now, they will just move on to someone else. This makes you believe that you will lose them forever because unlike the previous tactic where you may think you will later bump into the person again, here you may believe that they will hook up with someone else and your chance for a relationship will be forever gone. This almost always works if done correctly. The thing to watch for is the time pressure to act and the threat that if you do not act now, what you lose will go to someone else. Thus, there will never be a chance for you to get it again. In a relationship, they will often use this tactic with triangulation where they may threaten to leave you to go back to their ex, or they will hint that they have options, such as telling you that the new secretary at work just does not want to leave him alone. As we are often afraid of making a mistake, you are less likely to leave them. For if you think you have a chance of getting them back once you leave and realize you made a mistake, then you are more likely to leave. But if you believe that if you leave them, they will hook up with someone else, and your chance of getting them back had you left them and make a mistake is zero, you are more likely to stay. This tactic is often used when the narcissist thinks you are planning to leave him. Authority principle. The authority principle is used by almost all grandiose narcissists. It may be used by vulnerable narcissists if they establish control over you by means of finances or housing or transport. We are hardwired to follow authority. This often stems from childhood where you are conditioned to listen to your parents, teachers, police, and other people of authority. Even in a workplace, there are positions and you are expected to follow the rules. Salespeople will try to get authority over you by means of knowledge and using prominent people, such as saying that their investment product is endorsed by Warren Buffett, or some famous person made millions buying the same product. A narcissist will try to get authority over you by trying to appear smarter, more successful, more beautiful, faster, stronger, or in any way better than you. When you in some way feel they are above you, you automatically take a step back and let them lead. You are far less inclined to question things they say to you, even if it does not fully make sense. You are also more likely to do what they want, even if it makes you uncomfortable. The thing to watch for is them trying to constantly outdo you in some way. They need to be better than you. This can be done by putting you down or elevating themselves. Oh, you have an S model. I have an SL model. Oh, you have a degree. I bet you had to study hard for it. I did not even have to open a book to get my degree. Expect a lot of lies that they cannot back up with proof. They will often avoid the questions if you start to push for facts and proof. In a relationship, the narcissist will often use gaslighting, invalidation, put-down remarks, denial, and lies to make you believe they know better than you and should be making the decisions. They will constantly break you down so that it elevates them. In the end, you may think you are worth nothing, and if you leave, you will be alone for the rest of your life. If it is a vulnerable narcissist, especially a victim narcissist, they will often use guilt tripping to manipulate you. Yeah, they always suffer more than you, and you will never be able to understand them as you have not suffered like them. They are the authority on suffering, and you are a horrible person for not dedicating your life to helping them. Familiarity principle. People like people who are like them. Scammers and narcissists go to church, gym, the park, the coffee shop, and so on with the express intent to befriend someone just to manipulate them for personal gain. However, the narcissist often takes it a level higher. When they befriend you, they try to mimic you. They love what you love. They hate what you hate. They love the music you listen to. It is like you found a mirror of yourself. And you think you found your soulmate. They may even tell you so, especially if they see any spiritual items on you or you mention you are spiritual or religious. It may even have been the first question they ask you. Do you believe in souls? 2 hours later the night, you may not even click that they set you up to believing they are your soulmate. Some more manipulative narcissist may have stalked your social media accounts and studied you. They may even know your habits, such as what you normally order. They talk about their life, and you cannot believe how their life is so much like yours. This is a big warning sign. When things are just too good to be true, it often is. If they seem to like everything what you like, wait till late and just casually mention something opposite and see if they change their mind as well. Say you said earlier that you like black. Later the night, casually mention you hate black shoes or pants. See if they now agree that black is not in. If they talk about themselves and it seems as if it's your life, just disagree and start to dislike everything they like and see what happens. They may look confused or just suddenly switch from talking about themselves to asking all about you. In a relationship, they will often remind you of all the good things they have done for you and all the good times you had together, while ignoring all the bad. If they think you want to leave, they may tell you that no one will ever understand you like them or love you like they do, and no one will ever be able to know you like they do. They are the only one who gets you and will accept your faults. If it's a vulnerable narcissist, they will often play on your guilt and tell you that you are their life and they cannot go on without you. They may even threaten to kill themselves if you leave, or that you are ruining something special by being selfish for wanting to leave. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. To know more about the narcissist in your life, see my book, 21 Types of Narcissists. To help you deal with your anger towards a narcissist as well as healing from narcissistic abuse, see my book, Shine Again. Links are in the description below. If you'd like to support this channel, follow the PayPal link in the description. Thank you.